Good morning and happy Friday. My name is Russ Laggan. I'm Vice President of Growth, and you are watching the Big Agent Meeting. Today is October 10th. We are only a little over a week away from eXpCON, and we've got a special guest coming up today to talk a little bit more about that. We've got Wendy Forsyth talking about eXpCON and some cool stuff that you guys want to check out and see. And we've got Camryn Cisneros talking about eXp, One eXp. You guys are going to want to see this. She's the new manager of One eXp, and she is amazing. Definitely want to check that out. Then we're going to follow up with Leo Pareja and Brandon Snyder talking about building a referral business, a relationship business. And then we'll follow up with the rest of the details and parts and pieces that make sure you know what's going on at eXp. All right, let's roll right into a traction advantage segment here for Big Agent Meeting. This week, we actually had our second meeting with our group we call the 200 Club. And if you haven't heard about the 200 Club yet, that's for people that have either one agent in their organization, or they've actually gone through the Fast Attract program. So if you have more than one in your organization or gone through Fast Attract, you are welcome to 200 Club. And what are we doing on 200 Club? We're talking about how you guys take your business to the next level with attraction. It was full throttle, full contact, no holds barred, and just straight talk on how this stuff really works. We always start off now with 30 minutes or so of good stuff and content to make sure we're training a little bit, making sure we're getting your brains going in the right direction and seeing things the way you need to see them. And then we open it up for Q&A for about 15 to 20 minutes. So you guys can ask questions that are on top of your mind, and we can actually help you sort through and solve some of the problems. So we meet bi-weekly, the first and third Tuesday of every month at 1 p.m. And this week we talked about goals. And by the way, guys, it is October 10th. 2026 is right around the corner. So you should be talking about your goals and thinking about your goals. So we talked about two different types of goals. Big goals, it's those big, hairy, scary ones that motivate some people. And then we talked about also realistic goals. The goals that are those little things you're like, I like to have small goals and attain them on a daily basis or a weekly basis so that I feel like I'm moving the ball forward. I'm not a big fan of the big, hairy, scary ones because they scare me. So there's two different camps. Some people get motivated by the big one. Some people get scared by the big one. So we want you to find the smart goals for you that help you move the ball forward, whatever that may be. So if you're looking at attraction, you want to talk about how many dollars you want to make per month from revenue share, or you want to talk about how many people you want to add to your organization every month or every week or a big number for the year. So getting really specific on that makes it a lot easier to be able to track whether you're on track and move the ball forward. So if you don't already have a goal set up for how many dollars you want to make in rev share or how many people you want to add to your organization, I want to get you some of that now. Easy for me to say. Geez, Russ. All right, so get those in writing and then start moving towards that and make sure you're connecting with us at the 200 Club. All right, so we have a special guest today, and I'm super excited to welcome the one and only Wendy Forsyth.
Thank you, Russ. I am excited to be here.
Hi, Wendy.
I know.
A little
Russ,
while.
we are days away from eXpCON in Miami, and that's what I wanted to join you to talk about today. But before I talk about eXpCON in Miami, I wanted to wish eXp a happy birthday. Russ, did you know we celebrated our birthday this week?
Happy birthday.
Sweet 16,
baby.
Yes,
Yeah.
eXp turned 16 years old this week. Can you believe it?
It seems like yesterday it started in so many ways, and then there's other days it feels like it's been 160 years. So, but yeah, that's 16 years. It's 2009 to now. It seems like a lifetime ago.
It is amazing. So Glenn Sanford, our founder and CEO, celebrated this week. He was out in market. It's been Community Week. So hundreds of eXp agents have celebrated Community Week. I want to say thank you to everyone that went out and you did food drives and you did charity events all across the country, employees and agents, and we'll be sharing more on that. But it's just such a beautiful way to celebrate this amazing company that we're all a part of, and just happy birthday, eXp.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
It's tough.
It is super cool. Yes. So so happy birthday, eXp. And then continuing the celebration this month, we have eXpCON Miami coming up October 20th to 22nd, just days away. So you guys, I've got 3 things I want to share with you about eXpCON Miami. it is going to be an amazing event. If you want more info, first thing I'm going to share is our website address. So you can go get more info on eXpCON in Miami. And it is eXpCON.exprealty.com. Now, here's the 3 things you need to know. Many of you may have joined us here at eXp in this calendar year in 2025. And for all of our big events, we always have early bird pricing. And you may be thinking, wow, I haven't registered yet. I'd really like to go to Miami, but it's been a tough market. And maybe I wish I would have had that early bird pricing that a lot of other people got last year or earlier in the year. You guys, if you joined eXp this year after January 31st, 2025, you can still get early bird pricing. We do this because we want all of you who have joined us in the calendar year to still have that benefit. It's the fair thing to do, right, Russ? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So if you're a new agent to eXp in 2025, you can get eXpCON Miami early bird pricing. It's not too late, even 10 days before the event. We're still making this offer available to all of you newbies here at eXp Realty because we want you to experience the amazing time that we're all going to have in Miami. We want you to be a part of it. So in order to get this, just email us. We'll give you sort of white glove service for this to get you all signed up. Email us at events@exprealty.net. Tell us you're a new agent and you want early bird pricing. We'll walk you through getting registered and getting all set up. So that's the first thing I want you to know about eXpCON. If you've been sitting on the fence looking to wonder, should I go? Shouldn't I go? I'm new. You want to go, and we're going to take care of you and get you there. Second thing I want you to know is about a program that we call the Explorer Pass for eXpCON. So Russ talks to you every week about attraction and about growing here at eXp. The Explorer Pass is an opportunity to bring somebody who is a licensed agent at another company that may be thinking of joining us here at eXp. The best way to really experience the power of our amazing company is through a live event. And the marquee of our live events is eXpCON. So we want to invite them to come as an explorer to eXpCON. Almost 70% of people who go to eXpCON on an explorer pass end up joining us because they experience culture firsthand. They see the collaboration, they see the expertise, they see the amazing humans that you all are and the entrepreneurs that you are that build incredible businesses. And they know that this is where they want to build their business. So if you are talking with somebody that should be part of eXp, invite them to join you as an explorer. Each attendee who purchases a registration to eXpCON gets a companion explorer pass for free that you can bring an explorer with you. What better way to start building your rev share downline than to invite an explorer to eXpCON with you? So that's the second thing I want you to know. Third thing I want you to know about eXpCON is there are still hotel rooms available. Now, when you go to the website, you're going to see that it says the hotel rooms are closed. All of that means is that you can't register to reserve your hotel room on our event website. You're going to see that there's a link there that takes you to a third-party registration site. You can still book your hotel rooms. So you can still get your hotel rooms, still get great rates. There are hotel rooms available. You will have a place to sleep. Everything is walkable in and around the convention center. We have shuttles to and from hotels. You will have a great accommodation while you're there in Miami. So eXpCON.exprealty.com. Early bird pricing for those of you who are new. Explorer passes if you have somebody that should experience an amazing event with us and learn and be a part of eXp with you, and hotel rooms still available. Now, bonus. I know not everyone can be there. We will have 5,000 to 6,000 people with us on site in Miami. I can't wait to see you all there. For those of you that won't be there, here's my ask. We have a lot of announcements planned. We are going to be sharing those announcements with everyone. Even though you won't be able to be there in person, we will be emailing the daily announcements that happen. Leo Pareja, our CEO, Glenn Sanford, our founder. We have announcements happening daily from our general sessions. We have amazing keynote speakers speaking and daily. We have our vendors in our trade show with announcements happening. We will be emailing updates each day from the show to all of you. So here's my ask. Check your emails so that you don't miss any of the announcements. Trust me, you don't want to miss them. And then follow along with us on social, because we'll also be sharing real-time updates on social. Follow us at eXp Realty on Instagram. That's the best way to follow us along on social. And follow me. You see it on the screen, at Brand Wendy. I'll be sharing real-time updates as well. So at eXp Realty and at Brand Wendy, follow along. We can't wait to see you in Miami. And Russ is going to be speaking there as well. So we got all kinds of great stuff.
I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see you guys. It is one of the most amazing weeks. It is one of the most taxing weeks because we go all in every single day.
We go all out.
16 hours every single day, all in. And it is absolutely amazing you get the feel of what eXp is all about. So excellent. And by the way, I love that early bird special for the people that joined this year because they wouldn't know really that it was important. Now that they've been here a couple months, they're like, gosh, I should have done that. Right. So that's a good one. I like that a lot.
Just email us events@exprealty.net. And if any of you have any questions, drop us an email at events@exprealty.net.
Fantastic. Well, Wendy, of course, always great to see you. I cannot wait to see you in about 10 days. We'll see you in Miami next. All right. See you. Bye-bye. All right, so there you go. Great update on what's going on eXpCON. Always love seeing Wendy Forsyth live and in person on the big agent meeting. It's awesome stuff. All right, next up, we have the one and only Camryn Cisneros. Did I get that right, Camryn? Come on down.
You're getting it right this time. We're making some progress.
Remember when I butchered the hell out of it?
Oh, absolutely.
She's like, what did he just call me?
I was like, listen, we're going to work on this.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard, but there's times when you mess stuff up and you just got to keep on moving on, right?
That's what it's about. Yeah.
Anyway, hey, I love the way you roll. I'm going to get out of your way so you can present on what your new role is with eXp1, manager of eXp1, one eXp, which I love. Congratulations to you. And you're doing amazing things already. And I can't wait to watch you just launch this thing. So I'm going to get out of your way. Take it away, Camryn.
Thank you. I'm excited to get into it. So we're talking about one eXp today and the amazing opportunities that are opening up. So, one eXp is more than a community. It's the heartbeat at eXp. It's where connection and leadership and opportunity meet. Everything that we do inside of eXp is to help agents grow as the best agent-centric brokerage to be at. So it's not just about production. It's about leading with purpose. So when we talk about what one eXp is, at its core, one eXp is a global network of resource groups with 16 communities, over 50,000 agents worldwide that represent our agents' identities, interests, and passions. And these groups are where people find belonging, membership, or mentorship and support. But more than that, it's where the real business happens. Because when you plug into a network like this, you are instantly part of a referral community that spans across markets, cultures, and specialties. You're building relationships that are rooted in trust and shared values. And that's what drives long-term business growth. We've seen agents that take referral deals because they've met another leader in the Latino network or the military network. Personally, one eXp completely changed the trajectory of my growth and changed my life forever. I came into one eXp at 21 years old with nothing but a big dream and the clothes on my back. And through one eXp, I was able to open up an entire community of people. I built a network of over 20,000 agents, opened up multiple streams of income, and I bought my first house at 22 years old because of the difference that one eXp made in my life. So when people ask what one eXp is, It's the place that turns connections into partnerships and then partnerships into production. And that's the power of what One eXp is. It's the place where community feels confidence, and then confidence fuels that growth, because culture is eXp. It's our competitive edge. So I want to show you guys all of our amazing networks. So this is the heartbeat of what One eXp is. These are our 16 resource groups, and each one of them represents a community of agents and staff who are leading, connecting, and growing together, not just through culture, but through collaboration and business. Whether it's the Pride Network, Women's Impact, eXp Latino, Military Capable Nest, Climate Action, every one of these groups is built on the same foundation: connection that drives opportunity. These are our referral pipelines, our leadership incubators, and our innovation hubs where relationships turn into real business results. And the best part is that anyone can get involved. You can join, collaborate, or step into a leadership role, because these networks are built by us for us. And that's what makes eXp feel like home. So I want to talk about, how One eXp drives business results, because that's super important. Because as we've talked about before, One eXp is more than a community. It's a business strategy built on connection. Because when agents feel connected, they stay longer, they produce more, they attract more effectively, and belonging builds retention. And then that retention builds stability. These networks also create built-in referral systems across countries, markets, specialties. When agents meet through shared communities, whether that's through the Latino Network, Women's Impact, Middle East, Nest Network, they're exchanging referrals, sharing listings, and opening doors and opportunities that may have never existed otherwise. One eXp also builds leaders. Many of our top network leaders have stepped into new opportunities, speaking roles, and leadership positions because of the visibility and relationships that they gained here. The relationships that translate into influence, because that influence then drives production. Listen, we've seen it firsthand. Countless of agent stories that are connecting through these networks and turning those relationships into business partnerships, collaborations, and referrals across the states and the countries. It's the culture creating measurable business impact. So when we talk about how One eXp drives business, it's simple. It turns culture into connection, and then that connection turns into collaboration, and that collaboration turns into closings. And that's the power of community that performs. So I want to open up. There's a couple of opportunities that we currently have as we're stepping into this new season. So, like I said before, One eXp isn't just something that we join; it's something that we build together. Every connection, collaboration, and shared story adds to the network that is transforming how we do business at eXp. When we lead through authenticity, community, we don't just grow our culture, we grow our production, our partnerships, and our ability to impact. Because you guys know me, I always say that our success falls directly in the reciprocity of our ability to problem solve, to impact, to cultivate relationships, and to consistently propel them forward in every facet that we do, whether it's building your business as an agent, if it's through your agent attraction system, and everything that we do. Here at One eXp, we're going to provide you the tools, the systems, the leadership development, and the resources to grow and scale your business and take it to the next level. So we have a couple of positions that are opened up. We have a couple of co-chairs needed for the Climate Action Network. We have the South Asian Network, Indigenous. But listen, at any point in time, we want you to be part of our community. If you're looking to grow, to be a part of something bigger, if you ever want to feel more connected, more visible, and more aligned with something bigger than yourself, this is it. This is your opportunity. And One eXp is where it starts. So I would love to connect with more of you guys here throughout the year as we're heading into Miami, eXpCON 2025. Make sure to check us out at the One eXp Lounge at our booth. And we will also be having about 39 events across the entirety of eXp Miami 2025. So I'm excited to see you there. I would love to stay more connected. Here's our QR code. Stay connected with us. Scan the QR code to connect with us on Instagram, to get inspired, to stay informed, and to be a part of what's next. I'm excited. I'm excited for this opportunity and to connect with so many more of you guys. And I'll see you soon. I'll pass it back to you, Russ.
All right, there you go. Camryn, thank you very much. And by the way, if you didn't know already, how proud I am of you. I'm going to say it again. I'm super proud of you for what you've done and where you're going. And I see great things in you for the future. So I'm super excited for you. So I'm glad you got that role in that position. All right. Next up, we have Ian Wheatley talking about KGCI. By the way, KGCI is going to be live at eXpCON. You might want to check them out. Take it away, Ian.
Hey, thanks, Russ. It's only a week and a half away. Are you heading out to eXpCON or are you going to be stuck at home with FOMO? Either way, KGCI Real Estate on Air will be there having you covered. Now, you may be thinking, I'm already overwhelmed, Ian. I'll just catch a recap later. But I'm not going to give you a recap. I'm going to give you a live strategy all day, Wednesday, October 22nd, in real time with the insights that you can use before your next appointment. Because most agents go to big events, they go to webinars, they take a million notes, and often implement little to nothing, because the moment they get back, the follow-up game gets lost in all the chaos. That's why KGCI Real Estate on Air is going live from eXpCON with real talk, real strategy, and real-time takeaways. Now, before we get there, coming up right after the big agent meeting today over on KGCI Real Estate on Air, we're dropping a special Friday focus all about how smart agents are using AI automations to follow up without losing trust. You'll be getting step-by-step systems that top agents are using to speed up follow-up, real-world automations that you can model that actually feel human, and how AI can help you stay top of mind without spamming people a whole bunch. So download that always free Real Estate On Air mobile app for iPhone and Android, or listen on demand at realestateonair.fm or on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, and now on YouTube. Back to you, Russ.
All right, Ian Wheatley, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to seeing you in about 8 days, somewhere around there. We'll be seeing you at eXpCON live in Miami. All right, next up, we have Leo Pareja and Brandon Snyder. Brandon actually has built his business based off relationships, something that I totally love. It's one of my favorite things in the world. I want to be in control of my destiny. So here's a clip from Leo and Brandon's interview conversation on Leo's podcast. Take it away, Leo.
So let's talk about the story I've told all year. So I'll tell it from my vantage point. I'd love to hear it from your vantage point. So again, I'll tell you my biggest frustration from the seat I sit in is getting you guys to do what I ask of you. So use this, don't use this. Please go this way. It's funny because every vendor pitch I hear is, and again, it's how we're taught to sell. It's like, hey, what problem are you trying? What's your number one problem? I'm like, I know what my number one problem is. I can't get people to read my emails or text messages or Slack or Workplace or Pigeon Carry, or even like you've been in the room and I'm like, raise your hand if you've logged into this, and it's like 10% of the room. So that doesn't mean we won't stop trying stuff. So we saw a product end of last year called Fixer, which was an email companion. And there's a couple out there in the marketplace, Superhuman, and a whole bunch of other ones. What we liked about Fixer, because we met the founders, is that they actually, and I don't know if you even know this story, Fixer, the founders actually owned a executive assistant agency for like a decade. So they actually had a lot of training data on executive assistant workflows, right? And they actually had a lot of phone calls recorded on executive assistants. So Fixer wasn't kind of like, it was the next Silicon Valley thing. It was like, it was a group of folks who actually were domain experts in this workflow. And Glenn saw it and Glenn loved it. We ended up investing in the company and gave them an enterprise deal, which actually, and right now they're crushing it and they're growing really fast. But we were their anchor tenant, if you will, for a real estate analogy. But we bought a whole bunch of seats, more than we would use, and then gave them away to you guys because we believed in it, like deeply, deeply believe in it. And so for people that don't know, you're breaking my heart if you don't know and you're at eXp what it is, but it is a co-pilot assistant that lives in your email. And before I even gave it to you, Brandon, I put it on my personal email. So like, and I'd love to hear your description of it. But first of all, it categorizes, right? You can customize it, but it categorizes what's marketing, what's notifications, what's an FYI, what's a necessary response to. And then what I think you like most about it, it responds for you, right? It drafts your response and grabs your email. Personally, I can tell you like some of the responses to my dad are probably more empathetic and thoughtful than I would have slowed down to do in the middle of the week. They're in Spanish with better grammar than my written Spanish. My oral Spanish is phenomenal, but my written Spanish is rusty because I probably haven't used it much since high school. And more than anything, it goes to speed to lead. So the story I tell on your behalf was one you shared with us at the Houston rally, which was you received an inbound email on a Saturday while you were spending time with your son, which was requesting a consultation about investing. But the coolest part of the story was, one, it was a ChatGPT prompt. So a consumer asked an LLM who the most investor friendly agent in your market was, and it gave your name and email. And then that person clicked on the email, and then your co-pilot in Fixer created an empathetic response with multiple paragraphs and your availability that week. Before you knew it, you were on a long distance call to France, and shortly after that, you were under contract on a single family purchase. And when I tell that story, one is I give you your flowers for being an early adopter of most of my stuff, which I really, really appreciate, because we spend a lot of time and energy and money to give you guys these cool products. But two, where I kind of land the plane for agents, because I think I talk about AI is going to change the world, blah, blah, blah. And people start picturing like agentic workflows with robots replacing humans. And I tell them, no. It is speed to lead. It's LLM replacing Google, which is where the consumer goes, who is the best agent in the zip code? And you no longer appear because you're in 2020 doing SEO versus creating contextual content that can be indexed by the LLM. So I'll pause right there.
Yeah.
That's how I tell your story. If I mistold any part of the story, please publicly correct me so I can get it correct. But that's how when you hear of your story, that's how I tell it. So if I'm wrong, please apologize.
Well,
and correct me.
I'm apparently a father and I didn't know about it. So it makes it much worse because it would be really cool if I was like, oh, I was with my kids on a Saturday. No, I was playing Magic the Gathering because I'm a nerd and I play Magic the Gathering.
I didn't tell that part because I'm a nerd. So I said but I said with your son. So
Okay.
I invented a son for what it sounds
No,
like. So I
I
apologize
just think
about
that
that
it's
part.
so funny because like my business and Mary and I's world has become so much like, you think the normal workflow of a realtor is during the week, it's kind of sporadic, you're lead genning, prospecting, and then the weekends, you're full go. My weekends are reserved for family. My weekends are reserved for my hobbies because I know that I'm leveraged enough to have the things I need to get done during the week, or I can have someone else or something else do it on the weekend. So absolutely. I mean, this was really cool because when this happened, I said, oh, this is the future. This is the thing that makes me more leverage to get to a point in my business where I can say, and this is where Fixer led our businesses here. June, my grandmother passed away, and we had to leave for 3 weeks. Flights were like $2,000. I was like, let's just drive. But we were going to be out there indefinitely because we were helping family, helping my grandfather, etc. And I said, hey, like to the team, hey, we're going to be basically gone. Fixer handled my email while I was gone for the most part, where I still have to click send on things, but it handled a lot of the things that I needed to do, and I didn't have the emotional bandwidth to do. It handled it for me. So like my responses weren't like, hey, screw you, my grandmother's dying, I'm out of town, leave me alone. It was like, and we were doing multiple transactions at the time. It was able to handle everything for me. So this whole transaction that happened, and actually that transaction was closing around that time, really put me in the mindset of like, how much more leverage can I get? How much more leverage can my team get that allows us to free up our time with our family, with our friends, with whatever we want to do, but also really be more intentional about how much time is being sucked away from us for lack of a better phrase, menial tasks. Like responding to an email, like sometimes people will just not respond because they're overwhelmed with their inbox. So no, I love this, and I think that Fixer is such a good tool for us, and I love that as icons we have access to it for our team. And I remember coming to you and saying, hey, like, dude, like my whole team gets it for free, and this is like a lot of money that is not being charged to me as a team leader. And you're like, yeah, but like not everyone's going to use it. If someone's listening to this right now and they're not using Fixer or some type of, and I use Fixer, please. But if you're not using any type of email assistant,
Fixer's free
yeah.
here at eXp, so you should use that one. But if not, go ahead. Use another one.
The other thing I really like about it, and I think this is something that team leaders, I'm going to be talking about this at our session at eXpCON. Gemini records your meetings if you're going to Google Meet. What Fixer does is automatically drafts an email afterwards, talks about who the key members were of that call, talks about the highlights, and then drafts an auto reply that you can send to the people that were on the call and say, hey, here's the next steps, here's what happened, and here's what we're expecting. So every morning after our daily huddle, Fixer records it, then puts notes together, and then I send out an automatic email basically that says, hey guys, and it goes out to the whole team, even people who weren't on the call, so they get a recap of what happened. Hey, we're working on this standard, we're working on this thing that goes out. This is what the next steps are. So Fixer is not just a email assistant, but it's also, it is, but it also goes into how can I apply it into my meetings and things like that. And Gemini does that, but Gemini doesn't do it like Fixer does.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit for the folks listening who probably haven't adopted this. Like, how has this stuff changed your world or added to your work?
Productivity is through the roof. And this is also this is a combined AI effort, and the things that eXp has done to give us those tools. Like, we use Lofty. Lofty is one of the CRMs provided by eXp. We've been using Lofty for about a year and a half. Having automation built in through these systems has given us more productivity. As a team leader, I had one the other day. I was recruiting someone. They wanted to get leads off my listing. And I was like, I don't even have time to type this out. So Fixer typed something out that was basically like, hey, we have a full team, we're good to go. But if you're ever considering a change, feel free to, shoot me an email, get on my calendar. The productivity that I'm able to get done because I have more time, because those are being done for me, it just makes me a better leader, because I can go do the things I'm focusing on. The dollar per hour activities, and I remember the MREA, it was like, okay, once you've hit a certain point, you got to go hire an assistant. I don't have to spend $40,000 a year. Well, also, mind you, we're leveraged with VAs. So between VAs and AI, I don't have to go spend $40,000 a year on an assistant. I can do these things in other aspects.
So tell us how the next couple of years work for you. And by the way, what did you do? Because I think this is probably the number one question that I'm getting right now when I tell your story. How did you get ChatGPT, or what steps did you consciously do when that prompt? Because again, the way I tell it is the prompt was, who is the most investor-friendly agent in Houston? Correct me if that's not the prompt the consumer put in, but that's what I remember of the story.
Yeah, and that's what they put in, and I think it's really I've been fascinated. We went all in on AI at the beginning of the year. I've been fascinated with answer engine optimization. I said, hey, I want to be the forefront of this. Now, what I think is really interesting about this is that it's not like you're feeding it information and it's just going to spew this out, and you may be the worst agent in Houston and it's sending that information. It's aggregating data. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. This isn't a full autonomous thing that's just spewing facts that don't exist. This is pulling aggregate data from across the internet and across all these sources. So I'm teaching it, hey, every time I talk to it, hey, I'm a top producing real estate agent, top producing real estate team leader. This is how I want to sound, right? So it remembers that and it updates its memory. But then I also have to reflect those things in other areas of our business. So you talked about SEO. SEO has evolved into answer engine optimization. And so we still have to do the things, right? Like Instagram just changed their algorithm to where if I search Houston real estate agent, it's actually going to start pulling people up more regularly because of the algorithm and what they're putting in their descriptions. You still have to train it, but you also have to make sure that your content, your website, things like that are able to reflect that, so that way it can pull that data and put it in front of someone. I think that's the biggest thing that people miss. It's not like I told it for 6 months that I'm the best thing since sliced bread. I told every other platform that I'm the best thing since sliced bread. Therefore, the answer engine optimization said, this is the person you need to work with.
All right, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that clip. And by the way, if you want the rest of that story, Leo's podcast is going to be giving the rest of that story and the full story about that. And you can check that out on eXp on YouTube if you want to check that out and make sure you get the full version of that. All right, so next up we have Agent Advantage. One of the agent advantages is Fixer AI. If you guys haven't been hearing about that, check this out, Fixer AI.
Hi everyone, really happy to be here today. I'm Archie, I'm co-founder of Fixer, and we are an eXp solution trusted provider. I had the pleasure of meeting Glenn 6 months ago, and we specifically built Fixer to give eXp agents a competitive edge. Fixer is a tool that is made to help you save 1 hour every day. We have 4 clear features. First, an email organizer that helps you see important actionable emails so you never miss an opportunity. Email drafting. For emails that need a response, Fixer drafts replies in your tone with full context of your business. Meeting scheduling. Fixer reduces emails back and forth when you are scheduling meetings. And a note taker, which automatically joins your video calls to capture clear, concise notes so you can stay fully present. Why is Fixer so valuable for realtors? It was shown that in 50% of cases, the first person to reply to the lead is the one who gets the deal. This means it's super important that you're always on top of your inbox. And that is why what Fixer does is so useful to you. It lets you quickly view which emails require a response and automatically sorts the rest so you can focus on them later. It also considers the specific thread, your past emails with the recipient, and your overall tone of voice, tailoring the reply to them personally. The result, a smart, human-sounding draft email that feels like you, not AI. Don't take our word for it. Listen to Glenn.
Fixer will take your close ratio or your ability to put a deal together dramatically higher. More and more email comes into my inbox each and every day, and I found Fixer, added it to my G Suite, and I can't believe how easy it is to install. It has one category called to respond, and it already had pre-done a response or two to choose from to send out. And what was crazy is that they were really good. It really just helps me stay focused and be more present for the clients I do have.
Over 1,000 eXp agents are already using Fixer, and it's been wonderful hearing their feedback.
I've been using Fixer for just about 3 or 4 weeks, and I am absolutely in love. I went from having like 2,000 unread emails to keeping everything organized in folders. I know exactly where everything is. I recommend it completely. It's changed my professional life, honestly. I'm so in love.
Fixer saves me time in my inbox, and it pulls out the emails I need to respond to so that I can make sure that the people that need to hear from me are getting responses, and that's the most important thing. I love Fixer.
It's already 1 month that I'm using Fixer, and already my life changed, my day changed, because already I saved so much time.
I love Fixer because it gets you time back. I wasn't able to actually find what I was looking for and have the drafts prepared. It saves time, it focuses me, and then I can go in and edit instead of start from scratch.
Fixer is super simple to use, only takes 30 seconds to get set up. Over to Rich for a quick walkthrough.
Let me show you how to save an hour a day using Fixer. First up, Fixer organizes your emails into 8 different categories and puts your most important emails right at the top. In here, drafts will be automatically created for you, so you just click in, see the draft, check it's ready, and click send. Here's another one from Lucy, who's asking for some time to meet me tomorrow. Fixer would automatically look into my calendar, find some times that I'm available, and share them in the draft. If none of those times work for Lucy, then she can just book a time directly using my link. Fixer also takes meeting notes. I had a meeting earlier, and afterwards Fixer sends me a full recording, a transcription, and a summary with key points and next steps. You can also chat with the meeting transcript. So, in a future date, I want to ask, what date did I promise to follow up on? You can just ask Fixer. That's some of Fixer's features. It's really easy to use straight out of the box, and connecting it can be done in a couple of clicks with either Outlook or Gmail.
So that's Fixer. Join thousands of realtors that are already using it to save time and close more deals. Like Glenn said,
it really just helps me stay focused and be more present for the clients I do have.
And the best part is you can access Fixer as part of your eXp toolset. If you have any questions, we're always here to help. Go to fixer.com to get started today.
All right, there you go, Fixer AI. By the way, I've got Fixer AI running on my computer. Took me a minute to figure out how to make it work, but I got it running on my computer, and it's saving me some time crafting some email responses that are actually pretty darn good. Almost exactly how I would respond to a lot of them. So if you guys haven't used it, check it out. It's pretty good stuff. Next up, we have University Spotlight with Alyssa Specht. Take it away, Alyssa.
What is up, everybody? Alyssa Specht here with your weekly spotlight on what is happening across eXp University. And next week, we are talking about emotional intelligence, some seller strategy, and storytelling through content. And of course, your weekly dose of high-level insight at the big agent meeting. So let's take a look at what's coming up next week. Starting with Monday, join us for Level Up with Vicki Stevenson. Now, Vicki, she's a 5-time icon. She's out of Illinois, and she's teaching us something that's often overlooked in real estate. It's emotional awareness. So she's got decades of experience buying, selling, building, renovating homes, and Vicki brings a calm, client-first approach to every single transaction, and she is going to show you how to do the same. So again, that's on Monday. Join us for Level Up. Now let's take a look over on our forecast over to Thursday. We're back with another amazing executive masterclass with Holly Mabry. Guys, she's the SVP of Brokerage Operation, and she's bringing you a session called Preparation and Strategies for Today's Seller. Guys, she's going to bring you practical scripts, market-driven strategies, and real ways to help sellers win even in today's challenging market. So again, that's Thursday for Executive Masterclass. Then Friday, we're back with the big agent meeting. Guys, it's top producers, it's real strategies. You're seeing it right now. So make sure you tune in every single Friday again for that big agent meeting. But we're not done on Friday. We're bringing you with one more, the Lab Podcast with Philippe Padilla. He's a Houston-based realtor and a YouTube expert. Now, guys, he is a 5-time icon and a former engineer who now generates 70% of his business through YouTube. So he's going to tell you how a mix of SEO and storytelling is going to get some leads. So, guys,
all right, there you go. Alyssa, thank you very much for the university update. Make sure everybody knows what's going on in university every single week. So thank you very much for that. And looking forward to seeing you at eXpCON in a week also. So there you go. That is a show for today. So check out the QR code. Give us a rating on a scale of 1 to 10. Let us know how we did today. We had a lot of really great stuff with Wendy and Camryn and Leo. Make sure you guys give us a rating on a scale of 1 to 10. Tell us how we did this week. And of course, you're always open to make suggestions. Let us know if there's something else you want to see or see us do a little bit differently. So there you go for that. And that's all for our show today, October 10. Stay tuned for iConversations coming up next. I'll see you guys next week.